This is all you're going to need. Some scraps, anything you've got, book pages, magazine pages, scrapbook paper, maybe a bone folder. I didn't actually use it, but you can. I've got scissors, one of them the decorative edge ones, some masking tape, just plain old masking tape. You can use sellotape, whatever you've got. And then you will be able to make, very simply, these corners for your photos. Doesn't even have to be photos. Could be pictures from magazines or books. Could be postcards. Could be focal points that you've already cut out and for some reason laminated. You can use those. So that's all you need. And this is just a perfect mass make project. I'll show you why. Right, let's just clear the decks. And I'm going to show you how quick and easy this is. Let's use this. A bit of magazine, book page, whatever it is, I don't know. And just cut whatever size you want. I'll leave the sizes that it makes, if you want them, at the end of the video. To me, I weren't that bothered, but I know some people like sizes. So I did measure everything. So all you do is you cut strips and then you fold them. The first one does not have to be perfect. You can have an edge hanging out like that. And then you just fold into a point like that. Little right angle like that. This is where you can use your bone folder if you want to. If you're using a thicker magazine page like this, when I was using scrapbook paper and book pages, it didn't really need it. And then you can decide whether you want a straight edge, where you would just then cut straight across. Grab a bit of masking tape. Just need a little bit, not loads. Whoop, there we go. Fasten that down. And there's your first one. Done. I told you it was a lovely, simple way to make these. There's another way where you can have squares and then you fold it and it's like origami. And I tried that and I couldn't do it. This I found quite easy. So, again, and you would probably make 4, I would say. You know, for a photo with 4 corners. Makes sense in my head. And again, a bit of masking tape on that little flap. A little bit extra there. Just tuck it under. And when these go on the photo, you can have 2. You can have one at the top, one at the bottom. To suit the colour scheme of your journal or your photo album. And how cute does that look? I know, guys. It's like so easy. I can't believe I haven't done this before. And you can see how you could make loads of these while you're sitting with your scraps. So it doesn't matter if you've got that tape. That tape just holds it down, because then what you do is you just glue these 2 bits. If you're using 2 or 4 bits, and then you can pop that on your page. And then if you want to, you can change the photo. These would stay in your book and you can put a different photo in. Obviously, it's got to be the same size. And you can make these corners as big or as small as you like. So I'm going to add them to my pile. And I want to show you what happens if you make it really big. I know. I've got this book page and it's a bit yucky because it's got a funny, weird little animal on it. And I'm just going to use my big scissors. And I haven't done a really big ones yet. So I thought I'd have a go with you and make some really big ones. Maybe I don't want his eye. Maybe. You can use a ruler and your guides. I was going to do that. And then, you know me. Measuring's not really my strong point. Let's take that one with the eyes away because it's a bit freaky. And it's exactly the same process. So all you do is you fold You can have the excess, or you can fold it straight if your cutting's that good. Fold it down again, like that. Book page, probably need the bone folder for the book pages. And you can use these decorative scissors. You can use those, what do they call, the punches as well. I haven't got any of them, so I don't do them. And just cut, and you end up with that. And how cool is that? Of course, the smaller you go, the more tricky it is. I mean, where were them little tiny ones? Oh, they're on my book. These. They're just the same principle. Just getting a little bit of tape on the back was my tricky bit. And just, you know, do it again. Do 2 of them. And there's another way. There's another style that I want to show you very quickly before I go. And I always turn it round so I can see. And I better make sure I get them the same size. So about there. Okay. I usually line my scissors up on the edge of there. And it's always 2 goes, isn't it? Because they don't cut brilliantly, these scissors. But they're super fun for things like this. Let's just get rid of them. And there you go. Massive big pockets. Super cool for your big photos. Right, I just want to show you something a little bit different. And I'm going to make another one, because you might have wondered what this was at the beginning. And this is actually 4 all done in a row. And I'm going to show you how I did that, because it's super cool. So, same thing, you just fold and fold, and instead of cutting it off, you just keep folding. So you would go down. I'll do it down on there. You'd go down, flip it, make another triangle. Because I would probably tend to do 4, because just in case I wanted 4 corners. That's it. So you'd go up, and then you'd go point. And if you mess up, guys, don't stress. It's just scraps. You can practice. You can get things the right size. No stress at all. And then just keep going until you've got your 4. And then you'll find that they are all... I nearly went that way. That would have been not a corner. Got to make the right angle corner. And then when you cut them, you just cut straight up like this. And you've got 4 identical sized corners. Well, I've got 5. Don't ask me, okay? Don't say anything. I know you lot. Don't you say anything. Okay, so what I want to do with these is I'm going to put my tape on. I just want to show you a slightly different variation, and then I'm going to leave you to go and play, because I know you want to now. When I got this idea, I was like, oh, and I've made so many. And this was for my a project that I've just started working on, and it's just going to be perfect. More of that coming up. Stay tuned, not to this video but to the channel, and you'll find out what I'm up to. Right, so you've got those. So you can do something else to these, and if you have a little notch cutter or something, I don't know, there must be something around that I haven't got, but you can do this, and you can get your scissors and you can just cut up like this, just on the one side So you take out a piece. So the back is still intact for gluing down to the page, but the front has got a nice little pattern. Now you can use some decorative punch if you've got a little decorative corner maker thing. You can do this with just basic supplies, just scissors. This is what I wanted to show you, so that, you know, don't get, I can't make them, I haven't got that. You know, don't go out and buy stuff. Use your scraps. Use what you've got. If you haven't got something, adapt it. I mean, I've got these. I haven't got edge punches. But they work in exactly the same way and give you a decorative edge. You could have both. You could have a decorative edge as well, but I don't think that would work with these. So when you put your photo in, let's get that little girl with the little monkey back. It sort of looks slightly different because you've got that. And you can't see underneath unless you take your photo out. I mean, you could use double-sided. I mean, I've got quite a nice pattern on the back of there as well, so. But there you go. A different style to play with. And I'm sure you could come up with some sort of decorative finish there. Maybe you could round the corners. I don't know. I will leave it up to you now to go and experiment. So I do hope you've enjoyed it, guys. I have really enjoyed myself making these, and I'm sure there's way more options that you could think of. I will see you all very soon, but here are all the measurements for you people who like to measure. I'll leave them up on the screen for a bit so you can screenshot them, and I'll see you soon.